to see the image. Today, the next topic we are going to learn is a long-acting thyroid stimulator. It's a long-acting thyroid stimulator. Also, they are known by the small words LATS, LATS. Okay. So LATS here means L for long, A for acting, T for thyroid, and S for stimulator. Okay. This long-acting thyroid stimulator, uh, what is this? Let's know. So long-acting thyroid stimulator is an immunoglobulin. Actually, it's immunoglobulin. What is immunoglobulin? It's antibodies. Okay, but they are in the form of IgG. IgG. We have IgG, IgM, IgE, IgD, Ig. You know, A. So these are immunoglobulins which are present in our body or synthesized in our body by our immune cells, right? So LATS is a type of immunoglobulin, and basically it is a IgG type of immunoglobulin. Any doubt? No. Also known as thyroid stimulating immunoglobulin (TSI). This this LATS is also known as thyroid, T for thyroid, S for stimulating, I for immunoglobulin. So this immunoglobulin can bind to TSS receptor thyroid gland. Where does this immunoglobulin binds? It binds to TSS receptors, which is located on the thyroid gland. What happens? This immunoglobulin binds to the TSS receptor, where which is located on thyroid gland. So the thing is, when this immunoglobulin binds to the TSS receptor, so it stimulates thyroid gland to produce more T3 and T4. So here, hence, TSI, that is the thyroid stimulating immunoglobulin, mimic the action of TSS. It's mimic the action of TSS. How the TSS act? So similarly, TSI also act correspondence to the TSS. TSI and TSS has a similar function. TSI is it's a immunoglobulin, okay, and TSS is a hormone. It's a pituitary hormone. But when the TSI is produced, so it has a similar function to the TSS. So that's why we have told TSI mimic the action of TSS, causing excess secretion of thyroxine and triiodothyronine. So thyroxine is a T4, triiodothyronine is a T3. So when it mimic the action of TSS, so it will bind to the TSS receptor over the thyroid gland, and after that it causes stimulation of thyroid gland, and outcome of this is it causes excess secretion of thyroxine and triiodothyronine, right? This leads to what happens? Hyperthyroidism, because there is excess secretion of thyroxine and triiodothyronine. So hyperthyroidism is a condition in which there is a excess secretion of thyroxine and triiodothyronine. I hope you have no question. You have understand. If you have any question, please write a message on our chatting box. Okay, is LAT similar to TSS? So from the previous slide, what you came to know? Yes, it is similar to, its action is similar to TSS, but it has more prolonged action. It has prolonged action. TSS has a very small action, short period of action. Short period of action, okay? But TSI or LATS, what we call, it has a prolonged period of action. It acts for more than around 12 hours. So it is, and it is not inhibited by negative feedback mechanism, what we call it as a T3, T4. When it is produced, so it can inhibit the secretion of TSS and TRS, but TSI is not inhibited. Means the stimulation that is caused by LATS is not inhibited by negative feedback mechanism, and it can cross. This LATS can cross, because this is IgG immunoglobulin, so it can cross the placenta and also stimulate fetal thyroid, and so the fetal thyroid will be stimulated, and because of that there will be excess T3 and T4 production in the fetal, right? So there will be hyperthyroidism in the fetal also. The TSI level is abnormally high in person with Graves' disease, which is an autoimmune disease. So Graves' disease is an autoimmune disease where TSI level is abnormally high. This is what we can say. This is the hypothalamus which produces TRH, which act on anterior pituitary to release TSS, right? So this is what happens, and TSS act on thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormones. Usually, this is normal what happens in the body. But when there is a thyroid stimulating immunoglobulin (TSI) in our body, when this is produced, so in such this TSI has a receptor, or it binds with the TSS receptor present on thyroid gland. Now thyroid gland is stimulated. Now it produces thyroid hormones, and these thyroid hormones will be keep on secreting from the thyroid gland, and it will not inhibit the pituitary and hypothalamus to suppress TRS and TSS production. So the feedback mechanism to stop the its toxin, because thyroid hormone production is strictly regulated and by the feedback mechanism. Okay, so this negative feedback mechanism cannot stop the thyroid gland to release the thyroid hormones. So it is keep on acting, keep on acting the thyroid gland, and by the result, the hormones are produced in the excess amount. So what we consider here, thyroid hormones when it becomes high, T3 and T4, which results in inhibition of TSS. So T3 and T4 results in inhibition, because T3 and T4, when it is high, it suppresses hypothalamus, and to inhibit the TSS secretion, it suppresses pituitary gland to secrete TSS. So there is no TSS in the blood, no TRS in the blood when there is a this sensation in the body. Okay. Hope you have no question. What lab values indicate Graves' disease? Now, because when there is Graves' disease, there is a TSI production or LATS production, and because of that, there is hyperthyroidism. So, what lab values indicate Graves' disease? So, people with Graves' disease usually have a lower than normal level of TSS and higher level of thyroid hormones. Okay, so this is what happens, that the lower than normal level of TSS, the TSS level is always lower side. Okay, and the thyroid hormones are always at the higher side. So this is the interpretation we can do, and based on that we can confirm that the patient have maybe the Graves' disease or similar condition. What is responsible for hyperthyroidism of Graves' disease? So what is the responsible basically? What causes hyperthyroidism in Graves' disease? So the long-acting thyroid stimulator has been thought to be responsible for the hyperthyroidism of Graves' disease, because this is this stimulator, long-acting thyroid stimulator, which is immunoglobulin. So it binds to the TSS receptor, and because of that, the thyroid glands are stimulated, and the stimulated thyroid gland produces thyroid hormones, and because of that, there is hyperthyroidism in the Graves' disease. Is Graves' disease an autoimmune disorder? Yes, of course, because the immunoglobulins are produced. Graves' disease is an autoimmune disorder that causes hyperthyroidism or overactive thyroid. And with this disease, your immune system attacks the thyroid and causes it to make more thyroid hormones than your body needs. Means whatever your body needs, whatever the amount of thyroid hormones are required by your body. So above that level, this disorder usually produces abundant amount of thyroid hormones. Okay. What is thyroid toxicosis? Toxicosis is something like toxic effect. Okay, so thyrotoxicosis means an excess of thyroid hormone in the body. So this is what you need to understand: thyrotoxicosis, where the excess of thyroid hormones. Okay, and this condition usually arises that having this condition also means that you have a low level of thyroid stimulating hormone in your blood, and because the pituitary gland senses that you have enough thyroid hormones. Okay, when there is thyrotoxicosis, what is the blood level of TSS? It is less than the normal range, very low TSS. And why there is a low TSS? Because the pituitary gland senses that you have enough thyroid hormone. So pituitary glands never gives a message to the thyroid glands to produce more thyroid hormone, because already there is enough thyroid hormones in the blood. Okay, so because of that, there is always low level of TSS in the blood. So hope there is enough question. You can ask me question. I will try to reply. Yes. Question, please.